it's the last Robokai here. We're back with some more Nioh. I'm joined by Cool Guy, and we're going inside the Sanada Maru, the lovely little makeshift fort that is killing literally everybody else outside.
I'm sure it's fine. I don't understand how this could possibly be problematic or dangerous.
Yeah, and it says here apparently it was built atop a temple, and that's where they used some of the passageways to perform breakout maneuvers, which they did on multiple occasions. They were actually quite successful in breaking out and attacking the enemy lines on about 3 occasions. It's an interesting story about how the first siege of Osaka ended up winding down. Because,
wow, that helmet though.
Yeah, no, I like this armor set.
You get TV reception on those things, buddy.
Yeah, you know it. I think
Get
they
in the
meant like
game.
sparrow wings or something.
What do you know, Nekomata? You're no Sun Tzu.
Yeah, you're a cat. Cats
You're
can't
a
read.
frickin' cat.
And even if you could read, it's impaired because you've only got one eye. I know that's not how it works. My apologies to everybody
Not
who only
worry
has one
about
eye.
it.
My apologies to Date Masamune. Ah!
Please accept my apologies, Mr. Massimo. Oh God!
Oh no, Jesus! Oh Jesus! He's switching
coming
to
for
both
me.
living weapons repeatedly.
Oh,
Yeah. So
come on. There we go.
This level has a lot of shortcuts and turns back on itself a few times, and honestly, it does it in a few ways, which is kind of like, did you really need to do it, game? But yeah, this area has a few ninjas out there, so we'll just pull them in.
I really appreciate how that dude just sort of popped up after falling down, just like boop.
Yeah, they're all just at far enough range that I'm not killing them in one shot. So what actually happened with the Sanada Maru was indeed way too effective, and they couldn't actually get in. But at the same time, in spite of their breakouts, the Sanada forces and Ronin forces they had couldn't get in to the Tokugawa lines either. So it was kind of like, no, everyone was kind of stuck. And so Ieyasu, being the guy who takes no shit from anybody, he went, okay, let's start putting some pressure on them. The first thing he did was he started having his men fire the cannons at the walls, but of course the walls were incredibly well made to withstand that sort of shit. So that didn't happen. So he was like, well, okay, let's put some pressure on the people in charge. And he had them fire at the upper parts of the castle with their cannons. And apparently, like, completely destroyed the room above Lady Odagimi's, her bed chambers, which scared the absolute shit out of her.
I imagine it did.
And then on top of that, he then had them like during the siege was the anniversary, obviously, of Hideyoshi's death, and so he was very aware that that Hideyoshi's son, was going to be at the temple praying in like the temple inside the castle. So he had the cannons fire at that too. And Lady Odagimi was like, oh fuck, oh god, we need to like get these people to stop. So they were able to negotiate peace based on that. So that's how the first went in. Because we know this, like, it's not too much of a spoiler. The siege will end. Because
we've already noted that there are 2 sieges, right? You know,
Yeah.
like this
Winter
is
and summer.
we know how this is going to end.
And so yeah, so that's how that ended. That was, and it's just kind of funny because like it was the perfect application of cannon pressure. I love it.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. It's just sort of just like that level of psychological warfare. Know thy enemy, and then just piss the hell out of them as much as you can. Do anything that's taboo. Maybe not necessarily all of them, but unless you're Ieyasu Tokugawa, in which case, yeah, everything.
He was very good at
Literally
motivating
everything.
people with cannons, I note.
Yeah.
Well, that's
hi. That's a dude.
Okay, so we definitely need to take care of this guy first.
Yeah, that guy is
he's
really
making it a
cramping your
little bit
style.
difficult.
There it goes.
There we go. And that gave us what we need to just become a human blender if necessary. An electric blender.
Oh, you might.
It's okay. Like we've still got
like
like our ninja thing on. It can be hard to notice when I apply it.
I get that, but still, you had like 3 health left.
3 health is all I need to drink another elixir.
Sake. 3 hearts is all I need. This is Nioh, not Zelda. Oh, hey, Kappa.
Yeah, strange place for a Kappa, to be honest, but I'll take it.
Right. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen you, but I mean, I'll take the encounter that's actually easy.
Yeah. Ooh, and there's Suke's
The shoveler.
Yeah, he appears a few times throughout the DLCs, which is a little weird because it's like weird job, man. Weird job.
The epithet only makes me think of that one like frickin' like I forget what they're called. Is that one like parody superhero movie where all of them are really bad superheroes and they have all of the powers that are just totally non-lethal, and their pseudo leader is a shoveler. He just uses a shovel and he beats people on the head. It's just like, yeah, this is basically comic books.
Yeah, I remember that movie. I don't actually remember its name, though. I'm
totally blanking on the name right now. I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to
yeah.
go.
I can't be bothered
out.
googling it. It's funny actually because I only just saw something related to that like probably about a month or 2 ago. But I think it might have been a Meep video.
I mean, that,
relating to how one of the characters
you saw about that stupid ass movie was definitely some recycled name.
Because I mean, one of the characters had a bowling ball that had the soul of her father in it.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah,
which I remember quite distinctly.
Yeah. Then there was the invisible person who was only invisible if nobody was looking. Like, okay, sure, whatever, why not? The most useless frickin' powers on the planet.
It worked though. So hey,
it did
here's
work
our,
the one time it was required.
Here's our first interesting fight. Throughout this stage in the Sanada Maru, we'll be encountering 9 of the 10 Braves of Sanada. As I said in the previous video, the Braves of Sanada were various warriors and ninja and the like who, along with Sasuke Saratobi, who's the 10th one and the leader, had basically sworn to assist Sanada Yukimura. None of them existed. They were all likely based on people that existed, like with different names. It was popularized during the Meiji era, so like even something that only sort of kicked up after the Tokugawa, and sort of not really.
Everybody loves a good story, even if it's a good story related to your old enemy, I suppose.
Yeah, but I tried to look up and just see if there was much about them, and there isn't really too much. We'll get to see their names in a later stage. Some of them will announce themselves here, but there's only really one other Brave of Sanada aside from the Sasuke that is actually sort of featured a lot in other popular culture and things like that, and that is Kirigakure Saizo. And he was a ninja of the Iga clan who was supposed to assassinate Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Or in some other variations, he was supposed to just spy on him, and got caught. But in the process of getting caught, it accidentally revealed somebody within Hideyoshi's court that was trying to kill him. So as a weird sort of a thanks, I guess, Hideyoshi said, "I'll spare your life if you swear fealty to me," and so I guess he did, and that's why he was still alive, and ultimately came to serve Sanada Yukimura as he tries to defend Osaka Castle. So obviously, like I guess, a fictional character. Seems to draw a little bit on the Goemon legend as well.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm noting a couple of similarities between this guy and Goemon.
Yeah, and so Saizo and Sasuke didn't really get along too much. They were like bitter rivals as rival ninjas, but they became close friends after both of them went. This Sanada Yukimura guy is pretty amazing. Let's fight alongside him. Which sinks nicely into talking about the man himself, because we've held off on doing that for a while, but you really can't talk about the Sanada Braves, the Sanada Maru, the Sanada clan without talking about Sanada Yukimura. And Sanada Yukimura was the second son of Sanada Masayuki, and Sanada Masayuki became the head of the Sanada clan after Oda Nobunaga absolutely trash canned the Takeda clan and also killed quite a number of the most experienced warriors and the like of the Sanada clan. But the thing is that Sanada Masayuki was an incredibly shrewd, incredibly smart tactician, and he managed to just troll the shit out of literally everybody who ever like stepped near him. And when Sekigahara kicked off, he chose to side with Mitsunari. Although it is worth noting that his first son, Sanada Nobuyuki, sided with the Tokugawa, and some people think this was a deliberate attempt by the Sanada clan to ensure that it didn't matter who won, that the Sanada clan would continue. And interestingly enough, I believe Nobuyuki is the one who married Tadakatsu's daughter, who was apparently like quite a proficient warrior of her, on her own sakes. And of course, as we know, Yukimura married the daughter of Yoshitsugu, Atani Yoshitsugu, who we've already killed at this point.
It's fine. Like we've widowed a lot more people in this game.
Yeah, it's true. We've beaten up a few people's stepdads. It seems, but
understatement of the damn millennium.
Yeah. So, like the Sanada Yukimura, he actually spent a bit of time as a hostage, both with Hideyoshi and also with the Uesegi clan, and as a result had He had, strong ties to both of them, but it was when Tokugawa Ieyasu went for Sekigahara that Nobuyuki and Yukimura moved to stall an advance by Ieyasu's son, who was also accompanied by Nobuyuki, and the Sanada forces actually managed to tie them up for quite a long time until eventually they went, oh god, and he went to try and try and catch up again, but the Sanada clan had basically effectively ensured that a good force of the Tokugawa didn't make it to the battle, which sort of drove a wedge between father and son of the Tokugawa.
Both literally and figuratively, as it turned out.
Yeah. So Sanada Yukimura, aside from being an excellent warrior and a very honourable person, which is kind of funny because considering how everyone used to complain about how his dad was a right bastard who made every other.
He doesn't care about anything but winning, and he's like, yeah.
He only cared about surviving, and by God, he was good at that.
He was definitely good at that.
So Yukimura learned all of the fun facts of how to just successfully fight with less forces, with making good use of the terrain. If the terrain isn't good enough, how to make the terrain work for you. And he was really good. In fact, if he had probably been around a lot earlier, you could say that he would have made much larger remark in history. But as it was, he was quite young when a lot of the other stuff was happening. These ninja dogs, they be howling and alerting everybody.
The bassiest howl, man.
I love it.
Yeah, dude.
They've been trained very well.
The first time it happened, I'm gonna admit I sat up straighter in my chair, just like, what the hell was that? Oh right, ninja dogs.
Kind of sounds like a war trumpet. Hey, wow, I was shuffling to the side. That's fucking rude. What the fuck, dude?
Bass.
I love how finer movement with my controller is so bad. It's actually easier to just shuffle till they fit in the crosshairs.
Honestly, the first couple World Champions of Unreal Tournament '99 worked like that. I remember, the first couple of them, they didn't so much aim at you as they did continue to strafe and let you wander into their shock rifle, or their flat cannon. It was just yeah, no, that scans to me.
Yeah. That's been a little while since we've had an Unreal Tournament reference too, so that's good.
Hey man, it was a really good game, and it set a lot of standards for video gaming as a whole. I don't feel bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I like it. I like that it always finds its way to be relevant in
It
in
does.
video games.
Like it was an amazing game that's still relevant. It's really sad that Unreal Tournament has been so bad since like UT2K4. But you know, I mean, whatever. Doesn't make UT99 bad.
See, look, there are just so many like shortcuts I've been unlocking already, and there's like even more like you can blow holes in the backs of some of these places. You could probably have blown up that tower, I think, with this. I think. Actually, maybe not, because there's that.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the chest up there, I'm gonna guess not.
Yeah, there are some other things you can like blow up with like these things in later stages and stuff. I think there's like one around behind here that I end up. Nope, not this one. Okay, but it's just like it's so easy to get.
I still love how casual that is. Just like the little bard is just like fuck this.
Beautiful animation. Just a little bit of a ponk and it falls away.
William just could not give less of a shit.
That hole would actually lead us down to where we already unlocked that other shortcut. You sort of, I look down and you can sort of see the body. I got something off earlier.
This corpse bores me. I have already stolen from it.
I have already looted this Amrita. It is time to move on.
I don't like it when people try to produce Amrita, but holy crap, I will grab all of it when it is offered.
Hey, look, it's better we use it than someone like bumbles across it.
Yeah, sure, we'll call it that.
So yeah, this is I forget if this one is Saizo or not. He's definitely a ninja, and he's definitely wearing an Iga-style hat. But there are more than one ninja in this group, and some of them are fucking weird. So when we actually see the name in the next thing, we'll find out.
I'm seeing a serious lack of cannonball though, so like this guy is not living up to his hype.
He almost pulled it out.
Oh, there we go.
And then suddenly he was pulling a gun out, and then suddenly pulled out.
He just fucking claps.
Oh yeah,
This
they all
frickin'
moan
guy.
at you and give you shit when they beat you. It's great.
He's dabbing on you.
It's like fucking. It was like he tapped on me. No.
He totally dabbed on you.
No.
Gonna have to teach that dude a lesson.
Yeah, there'll be a lot more death. So now it's like, oh god, gotta go back through all of this. And like the reason why I didn't double back to a lot more of the other shortcuts to like closer ones is just because it would have respawned everything anyway.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say like
the shortcuts you make are really much better for sort of trying to pursue through holes in enemies' lines to get you back to where you were. Wait.
Well, all right. Y'all relax now.
The Sanada Maru is just as good for shooting out as it is for shooting in. Or perhaps the other way around, who knows?
I really appreciate how that dude started to do that somersault strike, and you just sort of whacked him while he was doing it, and he magically had 2 feet on the ground. Like, all right, dude. All right. Oh, that's what he was meaning by cannonballs, I imagine.
He's a tricky lad. He's got tricky lad bodies, but he's got
Oh,
ranged fire as well. Yeah, see, he was that was the sort of thing that confused me. Was he pulled out his gun, right? He was pulling out his gun. I got close and then instantly went into like there was like very little pull out time for his attack, so it was just kind of like he'd drawn the weapon. And I think we're going to see him do it a few more times here, and it's going to be a little more obvious that he's going to be doing it. It's just weird interaction of the game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm interpreting it is that like it looked like that was basically his key, his drawing weapon ki, and yeah, he was pulling out his gun, but that also means that his katanas are away, which leaves him open to do a ki. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, got him. I'm
Dab on him
William,
back, please.
and I'm wearing a
back.
silly hat.
That is a very silly hat. I half expect the local news to break in and say something like, "Terror down at the convenience store today when a man came in not wearing pants." It's just like, okay, thank you, local news. I appreciate you giving me all of the finest that Twitter reported.
That's the power of pants.
And alternately not wearing them.
Not so much good things
Okay,
going
yeah.
on. Oh, I made a mistake.
Oh
I mean, you know, of all the mistakes I could make, opening that when no one was around, it's not really a big one.
no! Yeah.
And he's disappointed in me for it.
It's fine, you're disappointed in yourself. Just don't hit me in the face with your nutsack again.
Did you see the name there?
The deceased. Yeah, like honestly, the epithet there is cut down my ninja. Nice. The epithet there.
You know who that is, though, don't you?
No, I don't actually. Enlighten
It's
me.
Ryunajin.
Oh, Ryuna Jin! I completely fucking missed.
It's our friend with the poo, and he's using Tonfa now.
Oh my god.
There he goes. See you later, buddy. See you later, buddy. He's in all the DLC somewhere.
Swear to God, why? Why does this exist?
He was northbound last time. This time he's deceased.
And he's the deceased. I was about to make a joke about how that would have been a very difficult name to live with, but now that I see it's Ryunajin, you know, like just living was agony for that man.
Oh please, he loved life so much he nearly pissed himself.
I swear to Christ. Maybe it's just okay. Maybe it's just that that living with him was fucking agony for everybody else.
Yeah, living with the smell.
God damn.
He's my favorite character. I wonder if he's in Nioh 2 in some description.
God.
If we're gonna come across a small child and he's just gonna be like, "Can you give me some crap, mister?"
You're just like, what are you talking about? Poo, dude! Literally poo! I want poo so much.
Give me
You're
the
just
mud.
Like,
Give me the mud.
help.
Interestingly, when they talked about the mudmen in Nioh, they talked about how the mud from rice paddies and things like that. I did like a stage of Nioh 2 in the game demo, and they had a little mini Bozu, but they just called it poison slime. So I'm not sure, and he did like poison damage. So I don't know if mudmen are back yet or not.
God, I hope not. I know you love them.
I
I'm
mean,
just like,
there is
gross.
an enemy I can basically tell you now that the muddied state is still there, because also in the stage was a rat yokai that literally cartwheels and farts in your face.
That's the grossest thing I've heard in a month. But
he has at least 4
about
different moves relating to farting on you. And one throwing either it never hit me, but it's either he was throwing a rock or just a rolled up ball of his own poo.
Oh my god.
And you can because in that game you can unlock enemies' attacks. You can unlock his ability to just drop a fart on somebody.
Oh fuck! Are you...
So yeah, so the game actually has you farting on people as a mechanic.
Well, that's. All right. Well, at least this guy tells us who he is.
Yeah, Nezujin Pachi.
I've never heard that name before.
No, like I said, it's like there's not much about them. Although, if you Google it, you actually get the name of an actor as well. But it's actually the way around for him. Oh no, I think that's just his name. But yeah, he's an actor. He's a modern actor, in fact. So yeah, good luck trying to find out anything about this guy. He's literally nobody. Oh no, apparently this guy died. This guy died in 2016. Apparently. Okay, so he's not a modern actor. He's a deceased actor.
A modern deceased actor. The modern Stone Age family.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting though. I wonder if he was named after the fictional character, like if his parents really liked the story. I guess we'll never know because I'm not reading this Wikipedia article. See, that's a break in the wall we could have exploded. I guess. Man, we still have
bombs.
We also got like burning oil jars now too. I'm just gonna throw a bomb. Yeah, you can't. You have to use like. It has to be like one of those bombs, like those barrels of like barrels of gunpowder, or alternatively, one of the ones that's on the back of the dwellers.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no bomb dwellers around here that you could lure over. Whatever. I can't imagine it's actually that important.
Before we head down, because down is definitely where we want to go, because we can't go through that door. Gotta be open from the other side. The Sanada Maru.
Fine,
it's kind of cool. I like how the Sanada Maru is like a straight shot, but doors are locked. Like, sensibly, like it is segmented off. Okay, so it looks like we got another one of the Braves here, and this guy's this guy is a very heavily armored fellow wielding a Kusarigama.
Very frickin' styling Kusarigama. Good lord, look at that thing! Totally distracted by how pimpin' it is.
There are some weapons that are only really available during this DLC, and some of them look quite yokai-like. As you can see from my Odachi, this is like it's the bloodthirsty blade. It's made to look like the ones of our Namahage friends, that sort of thing. Like I've basically just it's my favorite design, so I've just made it look like that for now. This is why I always like to always like to wear my ninjutsu.
Too bad, chump.
Yeah, that's right. You'll get another shot at it.
Not really through your own fault, though, dude. Like friggin' checkmated us there really well one time, but too bad we have the ancient ninja art of not being where you said you would be, even when it doesn't make any damn sense.
That you can die so fast in the DLCs, even like if you're adequately equipped. Like I've been basically running myself broke in between missions, upgrading my gear. Like
I couldn't help but notice that from episode to episode, your money never really seems to go up. Like you always have like 6 figures, but you always have 6 figures, right? You're like gaining that much money every frickin' mission, but you're not getting ahead. That's darn right.
See, this could be Saizo too. I'm just not sure. I'm sure when we do the stage where we'll learn each of their names, it'll tell us. I did think about writing them down beforehand, but I thought, we're not gonna see the stage later anyway, and there's not really that much to say about them.
Boy, this guy just sort of came out of nowhere. He barely said anything before he was whipping your ass.
Oh, there he goes.
Mistake, pal. He's the tank in their weekly LARP crew.
Remember the beginning of the game?
Yeah, the beginning of this level where it was just like, hey, here's a door and here's a shrine. Well, you're back to it.
This is like the biggest loop. We do
Going
a giant
all the way
loop
around the world
in order to
across
try
the
and go
street.
through a straight line. It's kind of funny.
The hell was that?
That's such a big stage. Oh, well, you see, we're coming up to a sort of a little underground place where they're securing all of their wounded. So if you hear somebody moaning in pain, it's probably someone lying on the ground in pain.
Yeah, that is definitely what I just heard. I was just like, my initial thought, honestly, was since you respawned the level by hitting that shrine, that there was somebody who just respawned improperly and just like fell off a cliff or something like that.
Oh, there's a dude lying down in one of the little side tunnels here. Because we got that fortress key, we can basically open up all of the doors in here. It's kind of nice. There's like another brave over there.
There's a fair number of dudes that are with that brave, and they're already problematic enough alone.
Yeah, we got to figure our way through this area without getting literally everybody angry on us straight away. The more we can sort of cleave and peel away people, the better. Otherwise, if we didn't have the key, if we hadn't fought the other brave and gotten the key, this would be a little bit trickier to do. This guy's
definitely not okay. Yeah.
Thankfully, no one's going to see us fighting because one of the doors is still closed. Oh no, Maria.
Oh, good. It's Maria doing stuff again. Fantastic.
It's like she must have visited a few of the wounded folk.
You're useless now. Let me make you less useless.
She's up to something. The game generally suggests that she convinces Sasuke to let her do it, and you know, mostly because a lot of those folks didn't want to just like die wounded. They wanted to like just fight till they died.
Yeah, like I
willing
was
to become monsters to do it.
I was thinking about having that discussion earlier. Like it. From one perspective, you might think that, hey, this is a safe bunker area. This is a fine place to keep wounded. This is one of the worst places you can keep wounded because it's dark and it's damp. You know, like with all of the soil around, there's no way to get things properly dry. So you're always a little bit cold, which you know makes your body work harder to maintain homeostasis, and also. Like, all of that stuff is breeding grounds for other bacteria and opportunistic infections. So it's just like, okay, you know, when they're just like, oh, they're wounded. No. I when you said wounded, I heard dying in this situation. Like, even like a moderate wound is going to become fatal very fucking quickly in a situation like this.
Yeah, you know, I was doing the glass half full sort of thing.
Yeah,
but it is
like,
a good
I try to be as optimistic as I can as well with these things, but you're being nursed back to health in a place like this. You're probably gonna die. Was that like this situation was almost exactly the what's the word I'm looking for? Conditions that made the Spanish flu. So such a big deal back after World War I, 1918 about, because the flu had mutated in a bunch of underground trench bunkers like this one, and because it was so easy to go from Nurikabe doesn't like hostile behavior, good to know, because it was so easy for the virus to go from person to person. It was really simple for it to mutate for lethality rather than caring about things like incubation times and so on and so forth. That's one of the reasons why a lot of modern day flus just simply aren't as lethal as that one, because these sorts of environments don't really exist anymore.
Thank God.
Thank God for that. Holy mother of God! Thank God for that.
So hey, this must be one of the areas we hit with a cannonball.
Seems legit.
But needless to say, there's a reason why they kept everybody downstairs, even though it's not that great. And the simple fact is that if they were upstairs, they're way more likely to just get in the way or get killed. And also keeping them out of the way is probably good for morale as well. But generally speaking, like, cannonballs, arrows are flying, at least underground, you know, like, it's a little less likely that things are gonna land on you.
I mean, yeah, you can at least limit the physical damage, even if the psychological damage will still be pretty real. Shell shock's a real thing.
The Sanada Maru was... Yeah, let's look at this guy. He's having a fucking meltdown over here.
Yeah.
And that is, in fact, yes, another, like, walking around ominously up there, that's another one of the Braves. And that motherfucker has a hand cannon like you would not believe.
Oh, that's problematic.
Like, it will, like, just beef you into 1,000 pieces. It's
with as much inherent defense as the bosses and mini-bosses have in Nioh, I am inherently wary every freaking time I hear somebody has a hard-hitting weapon.
He's also got a lot of ninja tricks. He's wearing a crazy face too. I quite like this one.
Yeah, no, he's having a great time. Great time blowing shit up.
Of all the ones playing this game, I'm pretty sure this fellow is the one who kills me the most too. Particularly during the Twilight version of this mission, he just sort of puts me on my back a lot and kills me, and then laughs at me. And it's like, oh wow, dude.
Yeah, he hits pretty hard. Holy moly. if he's got a good ranged attack to go with it, like, because it looked like he bet. Oh hell! Oh no 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 no!
Yeah. Oh, there it is. See how fast that shot was? You remember how fast those hand cannon shots usually go? There's a reason why this guy gets the better of me quite a lot.
Yeah, you have about 3 frames to react to that.
And keep in mind, you can get upgrades on your gear that will make your shots go that fast too. Like, projectile speed is something that you can get buffed in this game. So if you want to,
not that it's ever really useful for you.
Well, I'm sure a projectile build is fun in the at least one of the levels of difficulty. You can, after all, as I think I've said already, get gear and like boost your gear up specifically so that like you do massive damage when throwing rocks at people.
Yeah, this game's engine is flexible enough that you can make a build out of anything. I'm absolutely 100% positive that one of the first like non-serious builds we're going to see in Nioh 2 is going to be a build entirely centered around farting on people. Just like using those moves, just fart your way to glory. That is absolutely going to happen, and I welcome it.
Yeah, like
I'll just find it disgusting.
There are weapons and bonuses you can get that when an enemy is inflicted with the muddied status effect, they use up more ki, even more so, and you do more damage to them as well. In fact, I think I haven't actually been able to get rid of it yet, but I think one of the inheritable traits on my Odachi actually does more damage to a muddied enemy as well.
Why would you want to get rid of that? It's so appropriate.
Well,
you take a giant shit on somebody and then you're just rubbing it in.
What I want is attack. Generally speaking, attack is like if you're going for a straight Odachi build that's like designed to pinwheel murder people, and then attack is what you want. And here is Miyoshi Seikai Nudo. He's again someone I have no idea who he is, but he has a big axe. And it is a very nice weapon design, and it's on fire, but it wasn't doing any fire damage to me, so it's all like cosmetic. But if you like your axe designs,
I do like me some axes. I'm just not okay with enemy axe users in this game.
Yeah, they can do what you can't a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly. They can gut through a lot of the players' bull crap that get a great shot off. Which one shot is all they need. Not that this guy got even one. Do you mind, Ninja?
No, there's always a ninja behind something. That's like the one thing I don't have is like the ability to detect when when enemies are nearby on my mini map. I've got one for Kodamas, I've got one for Amrita pots, and I've got one for like chests and stuff. But I don't have one.
It's been a long time since we've seen a shrine that full of Kodama while we're on the subject.
Yeah, well, that's because, generally speaking, there are only ever 2 stages to a level that have Kodama in them in the DLC, so each new region resets.
Yeah, and then, okay, yeah, so, like, well, are there just more? Are there more in the DLCs at all, or is that more of a static number?
I think there's more? I'm not actually sure.
I was gonna say, like, it looks like those cats are having a serious party over there.
There's lots in a level, and it does kind of pile up a bit.
Yeah.
And this is the second one, so we've already got most of them in the level. Again, no idea who this guy is. If anyone has like, because there's a lot of movies about the Braves and a lot of mangas and stuff like that, but some of them like change up who's in the team and things like that. And obviously, like if anyone has a good a place where there's like just a copy of like the original stories translated or whatever, like please let us know. Please leave a comment. Please.
Very happily talk about it more.
Yeah,
we had more to say about it.
I would love. Honestly, I just want to read it. I like reading stories from back then. Like I said, like one of my favorite stories is basically the water margin, like the Chinese story of just how stupid emperors are.
Oh my god.
and how bandits are very good at justifying literally everything they do, and also how stupid bandits are.
God. Oh, yeah, like that's more or less how a lot of the seminal Chinese classics start out. But in defense of those classics, like all you need to do is look at actual Chinese history and know that was always fucking true anyway.
サスケを退けるとは十津国の侍安心が噂まことであったか。
Maria's around here somewhere.
マリア殿にはお引き取り願った。信ずる者が違うのでな。わしは関ヶ原に散った父に倣い自らの義を貫く。ここは戦の要、真田丸音立てぬ。
This fight is hella fun, primarily because Sanada Yukimura starts the fight by just coming straight for you.
Oh, here it goes!
It's a spear fight too, and GC's good. His living weapon is, aside from our moth friend, is Kirin, the fabled fire horse of Japanese mythology. Incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Well, he has.
Not sure what happened then, because I thought I had my spare death thing on, but then I sort of stood there for a few seconds, and the fire damage killed me. Not sure if that like.
You definitely
the
looked
other
like you were
death or
recoiling
whatever,
a few moments after he was done with his move. Like
yeah, it's kind of weird.
I was actually about to comment about that. He's using a set of spear moves that we've seen before, certainly, but he's coming out with them a hell of a lot faster than you would expect. And I was about to wonder if there's going to be any effects from that, and I think we might have just seen
Fire
one.
trails.
Yeah.
And he's got a gun, and he will use the gun on you, which I love. He's got a little flintlock pistol.
I love that thing. It's just like it looks exactly. He ends up holding it on his body like almost exactly like frickin' Harrison Ford did when he was playing as Indiana Jones. Looked amazing.
Just whips it out.
Crap.
And for the record, when Kieran's out, he whips it out and like does a charged shot, and you gotta get the fuck out of the way, or he just like
250 damage is not what you're getting away with on that one. Yo! God bless the AoE on this guy.
Oh!
Yep.
He ain't even in phase 2 yet.
like just having so much difficulty just getting close because he turns the entire area into a burning hell zone.
Because now he's in phase 2, but I'll beat him before he can. Nope.
Hit him! Oh no!
Yep. He's got floaty
Here
powers
comes.
just like his stepdad, but not enough health.
Whew.
Not enough health left.
Yeah, when he starts literally flying, I start getting worried.
It's just like,
That's
oh god.
problematic.
Oh god. Nothing but respect.
Yeah, nothing but respect for that. That dude is 500% insane.
"表裏卑怯の者と呼ばれながら信ずる義を貫いた父正行は九度山で果てた。わしは豊臣の義をなすために大阪へ参ったが、あの方は変わってしまわれたのだろうか。いや、わしも父のように自ら信ずる義を貫くのみ。真田の旗印は六文銭。三途の川を渡る心づもりはできておる。 この首手柄にするといい。
Where's Maria?
You just can't keep away from me, can you?
あの女王、あなたと違って話のわかる人だったわ。
あの方に会ったのか。
僕じゃと雪村の首逃したか。
よど耳。
こたびは仕切り直しじゃ。エスパーニャの女が集める霊石の力あればそなたの初陣必ずやかと。のう秀頼。
Definitely something not quite right about those two. And also, I just want to say before the episode ends, they never explain, like, there's no cutscene or anything we've missed. Fucking Hanzo and Sasuke just were fighting. Like, there's no, you go on, William, I'll fight him. No, that just happens. So next time on, yeah, I know, it's like, whatever, okay. So next time on Nioh, we've got a very short episode. But a very important episode. A mission a long time coming that I didn't even realize was there until I went back and did all the weapons. So, we'll see you all then.